All right, you mofos. Here we go. What started out as a little fun turned into this thing, and it's cool. Like, I'm all for it. I love it. Mike at Spotter Up posted an L-shaped intersection CQB dilemma or decision maker problem, right? He asked, what now? And I was like, oh, let's have some fun with this. I'll repost it, and kind of the same thing, what now? And it turned into this, for some a joke, for others like serious, or for even others a learning point or seeking knowledge, which is cool, man. So I'm going to kind of look at this picture. Let me see if I can put this picture up. Let me knock out some shouts and some waves real quick to you mofos. Thank you. The mustache, yeah. New, something different. I'll get tired of it and shave it off probably in a few weeks and then go with something different. All right. Let me see. Picture. Standby to standby, folks. Select more photos. Yep. Doing it. All right. So this will probably be the background. Oh, okay. So I'm kind of still in the frame. All right, here we go. We're at like 22 hours, I think, or 21 hours ago I posted it. So it's going to go away here in a minute, or in a couple hours. All right, so what we have is a 5-person CQB team or assault team. We have, whether it's known or unknown, I don't know, because it's a single picture, right? There's no background information of an armed bad guy around the corner in an L-shaped intersection in a hallway. Now, at the end of that L-shaped intersection, as our point of view sees, there's a wall behind the bad guy. So it's a dead end. All right. We don't know that. We don't know what's behind that corner. So we have to clear that depending on what our objectives are. Are we doing hostage rescue? Are we doing combat clearance? Are we serving a high-risk warrant? What have you. So depending on your force, your team, SOPs, your rules of engagement, your law that you have, if you're a law enforcement officer, you have to maintain or adhere to certain principles and laws and protocols. All that aside, just going with basic foundational CQB, and when I say CQB, I'm not talking about spin-offs of different missions, right? Because you got two basic kinds. You got your timeline, and you got the bad guy's timeline. Real quick down and dirty on that. When I say your timeline, you have all the time necessary. There's no rush, right? There's no hostage to rescue. You can take your time, escalate, use all your tools in your toolbox, use, non-lethal force, whatever your SOP is. That's your timeline. The bad guy's timeline, meaning I have to do a little more hastily because he can execute a hostage, or he can shoot somebody, he can detonate a bomb, whatever. So now we don't have the luxury of time and all the tools at our disposal. We need to make a quick emergency assault plan, get in there, and whatever the objective is, rescue the hostage, we'll say. Keeping in mind that this team, because I had to explain it to some people, this is not their first day doing CQB against a real bad guy. They've practiced this. They've rehearsed this probably hundreds or thousands of times, hopefully. So they should have an SOP down. So when they come to the intersection, the team leader looks at it, and they all automatically start moving and know what to do. One thing I'm going to say, and I kind of joked on when Mike posted this, I would fire that team leader because they're in the wrong fucking hallway traveling formation to begin with. That aside, and I know Mike just kind of throws these animated things together just to kind of give you guys something to think about. Don't know what the guy on rear security is covering on. It looks like a doorway. Doesn't matter. We just came from that direction, so we're moving towards the unknown. Our direction of clear, if you will. So I have 3 guys up front forming kind of a triangle, right? That would actually be reversed in a proper hallway formation. So the guy on the left, the yellow arrow. The guy in the center is the blue arrow. And the guy on the right, from their point of view, is the red arrow. And then the guy on the green patch, I'm going to call him the team leader. He's probably controlling this movement. And then the guy on with the yellow arrow pointed to their 6 o'clock or to the actually clock direction, that would be 11 o'clock, 10:30. He's pulling rear security. He's covering the avenue of approach in which they just walked or came from. Whether it's a known armed assailant back there, bad guy, or not, it doesn't matter. You're going to treat this the same. Oh, hold on. I got a request. Yep, I'm not taking any requests, guys. I'm trying to keep this brief. So if you're trying to jump in this, maybe next time. All right, so I'm just going to go quick, right? There's 2 techniques. Somebody mentioned a third. I'm going to just cover that really, really quick. Pieing, right? Or kind of moving gradually. That's more of a combat clearance type thing. I wouldn't do that in this situation. This needs to be dynamic because of the tight confined space. You don't have the angles and distance, really the distance. You have the angles, you just don't have the distance to do that good pie or combat clearance. This is my opinion. So I'm going to do one of 2 things. I'm going to either go high-low or I'm going to go long-short. Most of the answers I got from guys that, or even a couple that guessed, was high-low. And that's absolutely a good course of action in this case. I would definitely lead with a flashbang or a diversionary device, not a frag, not a thermobaric grenade, none of the shit you guys mentioned. RPG, like there was all kinds of crazy answers. I assume some of those were jokes. But I would lead with that. And then however our team initiates the action, usually it's a squeeze and release by that 2 or 3 man. Then we're all going to either do the high-low or we're going to execute the long-short, which is nothing more than strong walling the end of that hallway from which we stand and dominating it. And that's it. It's short, sweet, to the point. And then, obviously, rules of engagement. That guy's holding the gun. We're probably going to burn him down, right? He's probably not going to go home tonight. Just because in my rules of engagement, that guy would go to meet Jesus. Law enforcement, different story. Maybe, I don't know. Whatever your rules of engagement are, your SOPs, your law enforcement protocols, that kind of stuff you adhere to. But basics of CQB as they stand, which the guideline or the gold standard for the basics of CQB is hostage rescue CQB. That's what you teach fundamentals of CQB as. That's how you do it. One of 2 ways. High-low, long-short. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen.